Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this channel, and today we're gonna compare the Blazar Talon against the Sirui Astra. Both anamorphic, full frame, autofocus lenses, but one with 1.33x squeeze ratio and one with a 1.5x squeeze ratio. Which one has better autofocus? Which one has more character? Without further ado, let's check it out. So right now I'm filming on the 100mm on my Sony a7C II, that's on my tripod. And we're gonna leave that in the exact same spot, and we're gonna screw on the Blazar Talon. Also, I brought some step-up rings with me, so we can use the exact same filter on both of these lenses. That's the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro with a 1.8 glow mist. So it's not really having that much impact, but good to know. Right now, actually, I'm filming on a freewell 3-in-1 filter with some V&D, a CPL and a 1.4 glow mist filter. So right now we switch to the Talon at T2.1. As you might see, the field of view is a lot different. That's because we switched from a 100mm lens to a 50mm lens. I have the Sony monitor and control app here to see if I'm in focus and also check my exposure, which comes in clutch when you're doing solo videos like this. Okay, so let's test the autofocus. Right now I'm in the frame, and to be honest, this just looks beautiful to me. It's got a lot of character on the edges, but it's also pretty clean in the middle. It's not like a really vintage anamorphic lens, but that makes it more suitable for many projects like this, for example. Okay, so now I walked out of the frame, and you see how it just jumped back to the background without too much of a focus breathing, and that is really good for an anamorphic lens, because anamorphic lenses tend to have a lot of focus breathing. Okay, I'm gonna walk back into the frame now. Let's see when it's gonna pick me up. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm in focus right now because the Bluetooth connection between the monitor control app and my iPhone is letting me down. Okay, I felt so dumb doing that. Okay, so we are back. Right now I'm standing away like 50-60 centimeters from the camera, and it's picking up the focus just fine. As you can see, now we are getting really close to the minimum focus distance, but it's still properly scanning. Look at how fast that autofocus is, like, and there is zero jitter. Okay, so now we're gonna do this test again, and I'm actually gonna duck away in the frame. Let's see, I'm almost fully disappeared now. Okay, let's come up. I mean, that was lightning fast and no focus jumping whatsoever. Okay, let's do that once again. And get back up. And again, it just works really great. Also, when I'm walking away from the camera, gotta be careful because there's a little swamp over here. I'm walking back towards the camera. It's not losing me out of focus. What is losing me is the monitor and control app once again. Oh, and we are back. I don't think the Bluetooth connection is as strong as a field as it is in my home, because from my experience, I did this kind of stuff with a further distance. So let me walk away from the camera again and walk back up. Let's do some close-up, look away, and even now it still has me in focus, and look at that beautiful bokeh that it's giving right now. So my tripod is a travel tripod, so it's a little bit short, but gives this a little bit of a weird framing. But when I bend down my knees, I'm gonna sit like this, you can clearly see like the insane amount of background blur this lens produces is almost on the same level as the 100mm from the Sirui Astra. And I gotta say, I really like the 1.5x squeeze. It just gives a more anamorphic feeling to your image already. Before I bought the Talon, I thought the 1.5x would be useless. on a 60:9 sensor, but actually it's really useful because most of your public is watching on an iPhone nowadays, and when you upload it in the full resolution to YouTube, you just get a really wide screen on your iPhone and the black bars almost fully disappear. So actually I really like that, and I didn't expect that, to be honest. So now I'm gonna switch this lens back to the 50mm Sirui Astra. So now we're back at the 50mm of Sirui. As you can see, now the lens is at t1.8 because that's the widest it can go. Again, this is a 50mm but a 1.33x anamorphic lens. Also, I told you guys that I brought my step-up ring with me to switch the filters. Actually, I brought the wrong step-up ring with me, so I cannot show the identical filter footage, but it's almost the same because this one is a 1.4 mist and the Talon had a 1.8 mist on it. So that is something to take into consideration because the Sirui is a pretty sharp and I would say clean anamorphic lens. A lot of people say it's like a spherical lens, but I really don't agree with that because it definitely just got a lot of anamorphic character, just not as much as like a vintage lens. But if you're looking for a vintage lens, the Astra is just not for you. Also, I would say the Talon might not be for you since that also is pretty clean. But if you're looking for a lens that has a lot of use cases and is widely versatile, then I would say get the Sirui Astra because it is a cleaner anamorphic lens that you can use on many projects, but it's not like it's spherical. I mean, if you take a quick look at the bokeh behind me right now and at the edges, you can clearly see there is some character going on. Of course, the lens is wide open now, so it definitely got the most character that it's giving. If you're gonna open it up to like f5.6, I'm gonna be honest, almost all the character is gone by then. Okay, so now we're gonna do the autofocus test on this lens as well. I'm gonna be ducking away and let's see what it's gonna do because it used to have more focus breathing and it used to have the micro jitter micro hunting I was talking about before, but I actually just updated both of these. So let's see how it is gonna react when I'm gonna jump into the frame. 3, 2, 1. Okay, again that was also lightning fast. Of course we have the new Sony A7C II chip in there, so that's the new AI autofocus chip. That really helps a lot because I tried both of these lenses on the FX3 and the Blazar was actually doing a super great job, but I heard some people having issues with the Blazar and the FX3 and they also made an update for that to fix that. So good to know when you buy the Blazar Talon, make sure to update it in order to work properly with your FX3. Okay, let's go further with our autofocus test. As you can see, the sun is breaking through, but it's disappearing as fast as it comes because it's a really cloudy day. So there might be a subtle change in the exposure, but I cannot change the weather. Okay, so I'm gonna go down again and I'm gonna go up. And it's there, it's instant. I'm gonna walk towards the lens. I'm gonna go down. So you see, that was way more focus breathing than that was on the Blazar Talon actually. And when I come up now, again, it's so fast, like. And actually now it's keeping the focus on my face. And now it switched to my hand. Okay, back to the face. Can it switch to my hand? And it goes to my hand. Okay, let's see what happens when I move out of the frame and just stick my hand in there. And it's actually focusing really good. So let's see if we can get the bokeh to glitch or jitter. But actually it's doing a really solid job. Also, I didn't change any settings inside of my camera. A lot of people are talking about to turn down your autofocus speed from like 5 to 2 or 3, or sometimes it's even at 7. But really, I didn't change anything. I just leave it at default because I'm just too lazy for it, I guess. I just want to see like the pure lens performance. without having to make adjustments. But obviously maybe it's better when you do change it. I'm not sure, I heard many things about it. So I'm really curious, guys, which lens do you like better? Again, the autofocus is just lightning fast. I actually feel like the autofocus is a bit slower than before the update, which is good actually. I mean, to be honest, the autofocus is just, it's just really superior. Now when I walk back into the frame, you can see there is a little bit of focus breathing, but I don't find it too bad actually. So, okay, so it's about to start to rain any minute, so I'm gonna switch back to the 100mm of the Sirui really quick to see if the jitter is removed on that product as well. Okay, so here we are again with 100mm of Sirui, and I still really love this bokeh that the lens is producing. Although I gotta say I see a less character at the edges than at the 50mm. Also these lenses have pin cushion distortion, and the Blazar Talon has barrel distortion, so that's something to keep in mind, because when you do flare out these lenses, the pin cushion distortion will make the flare go like that. So it's an artistic choice. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you might don't like it, but keep that in mind when you choose one of these lenses. So right now I'm going to test these autofocus, jumping down, going up, and it's there. It's there fast. Get jumping down. And going back up. And again, I just had zero problems finding me. Even when I turn my back to the camera, it still doesn't have an issue to find me in the tracking spot. Okay, I am sinking into the swamp here. Let's just go back. So thank you all for watching. If you want to see more in-detail videos about one of these lenses, they are on my channel. I made super cinematic short films with them that I will be uploading soon, but they are already on my channel, so make sure to check that out. Also, if you find this video handy, make sure to leave a like or a comment. If you have any questions, also put that in the comment, because for me, when I was trying to make a decision between these two lenses, I really find it super annoying that there wasn't a clear video on the two of them. It's always either one or the Sirui or the Blazar Talon, and now I got all of them. So if you want to see anything related to these lenses, let me know and I will make a video about that. Thank you for watching.